Hello.
Good. Good. Hey, welcome to the episode of Gone Fishin. I'm your host tonight, Ray, along with Mike, fresh back from Costa Rica. We brought John Coverly back. A little bit of this last week. John Arch back here. We have a bunch of baits to show off tonight. Going to be a good one. So hopefully we have good sound. Everything out really good. Last week I know it was a little choppy and everything. So people, are out fishing this week? Catching? What was going on? I need to know. What's everybody been catching out there? I didn't get no pictures this week, so I guess I'm doing nothing. But anyway, welcome back, John.
Thank you.
I wasn't here last week. Welcome back from last week. So brought John back again. Boy asked to see more baits, so we got some baits. So Mike, we're going to drill this whole night on these Cast of Nasties Baits and really things. A new camera we're going to try out today. We are actually trying to aim for this. Cast of Nasties Baits is not giving it. We're going to set up a poll, a couple of minutes, put on it, so that we see, what it is. At the end of the night, we have a giveaway. So whoever gets the name, gets to pick the name, whichever one we think wins it. How kids here? Either pick it up or we'll ship it to you.
Whatever ship it to.
Whatever's easier. We can do that. So, did you see me last week, Mike?
No.
Oh, maybe show.
I didn't see you.
I was in Costa Rica listening to phones on. I was talking to John's wife through
we were trying to get the show, and I apologize. You know the downside. John was like, I shut this thing off because we were trying to do it from my backyard. We best we could. I apologize, but my biggest thing was to make sure we're on every week. I wanted to make sure we were there for you, and it didn't turn out like I wanted it to. So again, apologize. I think this the technology, that's some new technology like Ray had mentioned. Last week I was doing I had my phone on basically a test tube holder aiming down. I actually went out and bought a document cam week. So we're gonna try that out. But as far as that goes there, I apologize. Last week, no, it didn't. That's our fault. That's my fault. And it was out of my control. So welcome to the show. John, welcome.
Hey, thank you.
So, Ray, where are we starting? What do you want to do?
I think we need to sit here and start showing off some baits. Every time John's on, I feel like we don't have enough time. So I think we should go through and see what's top sellers, what people may want, like. Up here, there's a lot of stuff in front of me. You guys can't see it on the camera, but we have a little side camera here that we'll put stuff on. He's going to show some different rigs, how to rig it up differently. So,
This stuff is going to be a repeat for those of you who watched last week, but it's not. It's not going to be like that. Yeah. So we will repeat a bunch of stuff. And what I told you guys we're going to do a poll, but I feel like we have enough information to give you guys, so that poll will be up this week. There will be a giveaway for whoever names the bait. So before, let's just get into it.
I want, like last week I commented on it and I gave some different names for it myself, I don't really want to say live on what I was going to call, but I was going to call it the Purple MFer, and I was actually going to place it in there trying to keep this G rated here, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you also gotta realize this man's gotta put it in a shop.
What's going on? Us fishermen will go in there and say, yeah, imagine walking into a bait shop and saying, man, I want purple MF, man. That's quality. I got purple MF. I think there's a lot of cool names for it. I mean, do we get this kind of names we get for it? When we go, how long are we going to run the contest for? Till next
So next
Thursday?
week.
Till next Thursday.
Yeah,
Next
well,
Thursday we'll make it. John will give it. John will pick the winner. So whoever picks out the name,
Well,
John picks it out and likes it, and go from there.
the winner also should be somewhat self-explanatory because you're going to do the poll. And honestly, John's got the final say in it. If it's something stupid, he's going to veto that. But so don't make it stupid. Make it a legitimate thing that he can put in a bait shop and sell.
Look at it like this. They picked John's name out. It's famous. He'll be famous because they picked out his bait.
Yes,
You know what I mean? That's famous.
absolutely. So that
Right.
works.
Great.
So, you want to start with that? Just
Yep.
so that we can get
Have
it
you
on?
seen any? Did you read any of the comments from last week? Some of the names?
Yeah, there was Purple Rain,
Which
uh,
Purple Haze,
I think
Purple
that was
Haze.
mine. I think I said Purple Haze.
Jimi Hendrix, Prince. There was a Taylor Swift thing that I.
And my wife said that, and then I commented on it. I put it on the comments. She said, "Oh, it's the wife goes, oh, Taylor Swift."
Yeah.
I didn't know. My wife said, "Oh, yeah, King's List of Love."
You could go into our site and just put a post that says, if you go in, you can put poll in
We
there.
need some other names.
Yeah,
Just during the show, if you have a name, throw it out there.
throw it out in the comments, and we'll put them in the poll.
Put it in the poll. We'll do all that. So it's really good. So I'm going to interrupt a little bit. I want to show the purple worm again, so if you take a look at
Go
it.
to our document cam. Here's what we got.
There you go. Yeah. Yes.
You can see all the flecks. It's a light purple with a curly tail.
How long is that, Sean? 10 inches?
10-inch worm.
I'm going to stretch it out so you can see the flecks in it. You guys see that okay?
Beautiful.
Okay.
Don't pull it too far. You're taking it out of the picture. Yeah, it's tough. It's a tough worm. I mean, you guys have heard me over the past couple of weeks when I complained a little bit about some of the
Complain a lot about a lot of stuff.
I'm like, I just don't like it.
It's very.
I like the stuff like the snakehead destroyer, like everybody uses and all that, but it rips too easy. This is not gonna. It doesn't look like it's gonna rip that easy, which is really nice. I mean, I need that. I need something that doesn't rip.
So,
Yep.
throw it in the comments. What are you naming this worm? What would be the name? And whoever gets what was the
Worms with stickers.
yeah.
There's another bust of special shop. There was
So we'll get you cards. I apologize for last week, and this week we will get that out to you after. Okay. So, John, what do you want to start out with?
I'll start out with
What's your go-to bait?
Yeah, what are your
my
favorite?
go-to
Yeah, what's your favorite bait?
is 10-inch worm.
Okay. Okay.
So we got our 10-inch worm, and how would you rig it?
I Texas rig it.
See, Texas rig back. Right.
Yeah, that's too big for a Ned rig there, man. It's just Ned rigs are small.
So do you have anything Texas rigged right now?
I have
And we'll show you what we can Texas rig as sliding bullet on top. So, and a weedless hook. So basically, this hook sits flush. So you're not going to get hung up in the weeds. It's not totally weedless. Um, he has this rigged up. This is not a sliding weight, but
There is, if you want it pegged with a weight,
oh, you have a peg in it. So I use
this, instead of having two different fishing rods set up for weightless or weighted, there's a little trick with the two beads, with the two stoppers.
Mhm.
You can just raise.
A little bit more. There you go. There you go.
So I tend to use a full sided weight, but this works too. Because what this is going to do, if he has these, it's going to bounce it off the bottom and let it float up a little bit, which gives it a lot more, there you go, action. So when I do it, my Texas rigs, this weight here that you see that you can moving between those two, I like it to be totally free, and it's just a matter of choice. Um, the reason I like it to be free is because I use a wider weight and it covers the whole head. So when I'm pulling it, that tends to have less places to catch weeds, but I'm sacrificing the action on it. And I know that. But this is a Texas rig, um, which is my go-to worm rig as well.
Farms moved up well.
Here's another one, smaller worm. Now, could you could put a second hook on this. If you ran your line down, you could probably put a second hook on that. So you're not missing those tail strikes, right?
Yeah.
But you don't put the float on the tail.
No.
So again, that fighting action, but it would work. Okay. So Texas big 10-inch worms not working. What are you going to?
I would go to blizzards. Casting. These are 6-inch. Um, Usually I'll do that, not casting far, just maybe within maybe 50 feet in front of you. And I'll usually do it weightless Texas rig.
So on this, I will say I couldn't tell, but Jason Plow, the guy that caught the big fish, looked like he was using something like this. And he had it rigged weedless and was casting weed. Heavy weeds. Now, he said 8.2. I thought it was bigger, but that was a big fish. Big ass bass. So these things got a lot of action. Um, Anyways, let's go from there. I'm sorry people, we're running through these baits. We want to make sure we get to everything.
John brought the kitchen sink tonight. Just now, we got the kitchen sink here tonight.
How many those orange ones?
My
He has cracks.
yeah. I think it was orange brush.
Kill me.
That's what you need to call your kayak, the orange.
My kayak is named Bob
Oh, Bob.
because the reason I was able to afford that kayak. My 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 father passed away,
Bob.
and he wanted me to spend some money on me.
That's good.
So my dad's name was Bob. Oh, God, is Bob, and I kind of like names. Just
Start acting like, come on, let's get it going, dude.
yeah, and I can still picture my dad.
Like the movie Tommy Boy when he's out there on the snow and his sights in the head with his
Oh,
little burrito.
absolutely. My dad and I had that relationship. My dad gave my later years friends, and now I'm up there. Stop.
You stop the wind up there, Bob? Because, that's
Yeah, just saying. It's a perfect name for my. But um, you did come up with it. Orange Crush.
There was a poll, and I think Orange Crush was top pick for it.
Mine was Hot Lava. It's a way better name than Orange, but whatever.
I'm not going set
No,
for a
no,
name
no,
yet, but
no. No.
from that poll,
Crowdsourcing. Of
was
course, I think I name it.
I
So
think Hot Lava. It probably needs a little more red.
Lava's good. Orange.
it's pretty harsh. Everything. It's a bad accident. Kate went across this polar run. And the guy says, oh, just rub your hand from the other side of the gate to 100 degrees and coat the heat on the top of my hand, not here. I went to touch the rock around it. And then under. I mean, holy half man, it was hot. I was like, oh, it was crazy. That's a little away and I about a foot. I think when you think lava, I think art. Yeah, it's beside the point.
So let's stop for 1 second. I just want to give a shout out. I see my old friend from Vermont, Dan Sherman, is watching. Hey, Dan. And I got Chris Sherman, also was a great, is a great. He's walking. So I want to just say hi to some old friends that I haven't seen.
See the comment from Abby?
Mm,
He said, be thankful he didn't bring the basement with me, man. So
Fake cave. Fake cave.
Fake cave. Fake cave.
see, I'm like,
These, and I said this the last time, it's like commercial thing as a weird mystery series. And you can totally rig it like that. How would you rig these?
Texas rig.
So
Use
you,
jigs
like that. Oh,
like that.
and I like the spoon on it. And that kind of has a chatterbait feel.
Yeah.
Because that, if you rig it like this, that's going to hit off the spoon, creating a vibration too. That's a
You do it like that.
that's a damn good idea.
I will have those in a 2-inch also. Those are 6-inch.
You have to do it.
Uh,
Okay.
we just got it in. These mainly I was going after saltwater guys for the flounder and strippers, and I can make them in waterland, which makes them really tough.
So you had started to explain this to Ray and I. You have a different blend for saltwater and freshwater. And why is that?
Well, blend makes it tougher for the critters.
So the plastics harm,
Yeah,
but it probably the action, does it sacrifice action?
it does sacrifice the action a little bit. Um, well, this is actually a saltwater one, a little tougher than this one. You can feel the difference in it.
So you guys feel this? No, I'm kidding. But yeah, you feel it through the screen. But you could actually, I could actually feel a difference in the texture, and I wonder if you could see. You actually can. Um, if I was to show this up, one group's way more than the other. The saltwater blends a much for that it's gonna hold up.
Yes. Well,
Okay, where you want to go?
um,
Take
cross,
all of anything.
cross.
Crawdads.
Bass love crawdads. One of my, if I wasn't catching shit, I'm gonna go with these before I put that up. I would always throw on a Rebel crawdad because I was guaranteed catch something. It could be anything from a sunfish, perch, whatever. Fish get aggressive around crawdads. So we got these soft baits here, and we got this purple fleck, which is awesome. We got hot lava. I'm gonna keep calling it that because I better. But whatever you choose. And then we got this two color bait. So
Actually,
before you
this
go
here,
on,
this one here is infused.
really,
What's so special about all these? Like caffeine?
Wakes them up in the morning.
Yes.
so some people, like my wife, who like drinks like 5 cups of coffee a day, and if she doesn't, she gets a headache. Does that like help the fish out? Like they're like going through caffeine withdrawal, and they're like, I could use a shot of no for real. What's up?
The coffee, coffee grinds it. Um, so I don't have to add the black flakes to it. Um, the grinds kind of act like a flake to it, but it gives it a little bit of a coffee flavor. You can't really smell it unless I put
You smell that?
coffee
Put
scent
that
on
right.
it.
Smell that?
Scratch and sniff. Um, just like I'm
Okay.
not sure how KVD
What is
does
that?
their
Folgers?
coffee.
Is that Folgers or Maxwell House?
We're not good with that. We go with like this is
Death Wish.
That's what.
That's Death Wish.
we're gonna give me that. That's what I drink. If I'm drinking coffee, it's Death Away. I want to taste it.
Actually, I have. I don't think it's in that color, but I do have a bait color that's called Death Wish.
What's up, Tim? Old friend Tim's watching right now
All
too.
right, Tim, what's up?
So Tim was a old friend from Capsule Lake. I can't tell you how many times as a lifeguard I benched this kid because he was not bad, not good. What's up, Tim? Good to see you on there. So John's got something rigged up for us, and these are great games. But rigged up,
Texas rig.
oh yeah, definitely. You can you
If
do
I
you
do it in the
can do it in that rig? Oh,
Ned, if I do in the float blend, they will float up.
so get this. I got this, and let's see if we could. You can see the hook. It's a weedless or rig like that because it's got the brushes on the bottom, but it has this skirt surrounding it. This is a big rig. So, how would you fish that rig? Bottom,
Fish it down to the bottom. This one is hooked on full jig. You got swim jigs, other jigs.
so I'm gonna try to.
You can bounce that down off of rocks.
So you have the action of the skirt, and you have the action of the collar. She got a lot of action on that one.
And if there's a little weeds down there when you're bouncing around, this one has weed guard on it.
I saw the weed guard right here. Um, Something else that comes to mind.
All that action. Some good shorts there. That's for sure.
This would be really nice on a chatterbait, where you got the vibration too, because this is similar to some of the chatterbait I have, and you just add all this action if you're in a area that has low visibility.
Yeah.
With the vibration, it's going to draw the fish to the vibration too. So yeah. Okay,
Carry on.
let's go to. Well, you tell me, where are we going?
Check out the front.
We love frogs. Ray and I love frogs. We have our two whole frogs, and then we have our legs, frog legs.
I think the toads are a little heavy put on a jig.
But it's got the line down the middle, so you can rig
Yeah,
and
then it has a little.
weedless, so you can bring the hook up. The hook.
I don't have one big enough for that one. That is probably maybe a 5 or maybe a 6/0 to put on there.
But so you got a big hook that you got to put in there, but you could totally rig that weedless, and this is gonna be great in scum, in anything with all that action. What about this?
That's just another way if you want to say you want it on a jig. You can take the top half off of your frog and put it on there.
So something like that, or something you could even
Last week we said
spinnerbait.
that if it's in the, you can even do Ned. The little kicker, the little legs on the back.
Okay, awesome.
You can put it on a Ned hook. That
So
would work on that.
these frogs, I personally would suggest if you got heavy cover, I'd rig it weedless and
Be nice through some lily pads, man. Bouncing it off the top of some lily
bouncing it
pads.
off the top. Keep
Yeah.
it shallow,
Yeah,
you know,
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
and you could even put a spoon under this,
Yeah,
which would be phenomenal too. So if you rig something like this with a spoon, so you get that extra action. A lot of the stuff. So Ray and I fish a lot of heavy color, and when we're fishing heavy color, the spoon helps a lot. Just one vibration. I mean, there's a lot of times that fish will follow the bait. It's the top of the beads or lily pads, so there's a certain area, but they'll be following underneath, and then you get crushed. So, and that's super exciting too.
Since we're on
It's got
jigs,
USB-C available. I'm almost done. Yeah. Okay. What do you call that?
that's the twin tail grub.
tuna lengths and all
You
that.
can do on Texas rig. A lot of guys use them on the end of the trailers as a trailer for jigs.
So we've been talking about these different rigs too. Can you show us the net rig? Just so plain.
I need to get a look at it. Right there. I know you know go ahead, just something like
So this is a net rig with a brush on the bottom so that it makes it weedless. This one's without. It's basically a jig head with a hook. So this will come in and I'm going to try to show you this weight to sit flush at the top like that. And you want it to come up and the hook to sit flush with the body like, what's that? Oh, perfect. So you see how that jig head's in there? It's comes up, it sits flush. Sat myself. You can truly do that with those as well. And these have a lot of action, like a propeller action, actually. And
that. Now, could you put them on a spinnerbait? Smaller spinnerbait or no? That probably wouldn't give you the action you really want on it.
You probably could. Now you say
watch it for a
you
second.
jig
I
up.
gotta get the.
You could probably go sideways like this,
Yeah.
but
Want it to naturally, so you
you
want
can
to
go like this.
have a certain kind of jig, or it's the best way to use.
Naturally, naturally, fish tail moves back and forth. It's whatever going to bite. I mean, you change it up. That's what's good about all that.
That's definitely it's a nice Ned rig kind of setup. That's just best.
One of the things about all of these baits that people don't take advantage of. You go to Buzz, you go to any places, go down the roads. There's a whole section on different spoons, and there's like Diamond, Colorado, all these different spoons that you can get. There's different swivels. Most people buy a bait and they accept it for what it is, and they don't do anything. I look at a bait and I'm like, what can this bait become?
Yeah.
And I love to modify my baits. I love to put on a frog that I get, like my um, Booyah, Pad Crasher Juniors. Really easy to put a spoon underneath something like that. You can totally modify your bits. So just because you have this rig doesn't mean that you're stuck with this rig. You could put bees. You could put whatever you want. So what John's giving you here is a blank slate for you to modify it as you fit, and that's what's going to make the difference. He's giving you the best to start with. It's up to you guys to actually modify it and make it something that works for you, works in your area. So you got to pick the color, you got to pick the zone, you got to pick the. This is all you. That being said, move on. Sorry about my rant, guys. This is one I was so interested in last time because I don't know about you, Ray, but if I'm correct, that's the drop shot, right?
Yes.
And never used the drop shot. It's a really great concept. Have you used this?
I've used a drop shot before, yeah, a long time ago. Long. Like, I don't really use too many drop shots anymore. Once it gets to these here, that's what I use a lot right there. And I just hook it wacky style and let it go down naturally, slowly. Especially in late summer when the heat on, there's a scare, like they're scared. It's really picky when they're out there, like kind of like that out there. Wacky style, just right next to a tree that it's slowly gonna. Sometimes they're right not all the way down. And
Yeah.
top shot is that's another good thing for lily pads. You have a hole in the lily pads down in there. Yeah, no, I don't
But it's a great concept.
like fishing. Like for example, around pylons.
Yeah,
You know, docks
Yeah.
and stuff like that. The drop's not true because it's kind of weird. The bass will actually stuck going to the end of them pylons. Stop it right down there. Yeah, I haven't used one for a while now.
I just something I want to try out,
Yeah.
and they need to find the right place.
Yeah.
Be someplace like here. You
There
know,
are pylons. It's kind of like
yeah,
all people.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they're all or like when you go to the spots where you got the guys that are off the like the catwalks and stuff like that, and all stuff. Big islands, big holes there. Fish along with I don't know really good there. I just don't know when I was at the bass club and they a lot of bass tournaments, a lot of guys did it. I was always a rider, right? So guys would just up and they pull front because they're up front and I'm in the back and they're just drops on me. Still me. Backside of the boat.
Okay, where are we going?
The stickworms, the most popular.
Stickworms. I had
And see, this is what I like to use here. Since
so he's got some of these rigged for you.
why he's setting that up. So you offer a variety of colors.
Oh yeah, I do custom colors.
So if
You
somebody
you
sends you a picture, they get a hold of you through Facebook, they send you a picture, they say, hey, I want it to be blue, gray, orange, or whatever. You can make it happen.
yeah. You, you just send me a picture and match up the best I can, and I'll shoot you a photo back of what it is. You know what I came out with. We can tweak it from there. If you're satisfied with it, then
They, I see, like the one with the weight, I don't really ever fish one with weight. That would be good if you're in a river with some current, I think. But like if most of the time when I'm fishing these worms, I'm fishing in a lake, so I don't have current.
You use a heavier hook.
Well, yeah, I use a heavier. I'll use like a 3/0 hook and just put it through and just hook it wacky style, toss it out. And, like as I'm back in my boat, I mean, it slowly goes down. You know, I'm in a lake, I get it down. Weight ID would be really good too. So
Um, this is something I wasn't familiar with. Uh, so when I lived in Vermont, I was mostly trout fishing, but he's got a couple rigged up. This has looks like a Ned rig. Wait,
yep,
well, I guess it doesn't have many. Nothing, but it's sinks anyway. So this is just sinks low.
yeah.
And this has a ring. They sell rings of these where you can actually put
It
your
helps your plastic. Your
thing.
keeps you on the hook.
yeah,
Yeah.
Anyone goes online, see this. People got a million ways to rig them. They make these tubes through them that will make the lines slide through them to give it more action. Again, whatever works for you. But you rig these so many ways. And what works for you,
they
right?
put
Yeah.
little screw in spoons on the end.
Oh,
It just
I have some of those.
take
I
off
should
like
have
a
brought that.
quarter-inch off, screw in from there. Little spoon gives it a little
I've also
action.
seen the torpedo weights that have the that you push into the end. I think we showed that last
Yes,
time.
the nail weights.
The no weights. Yep. So it works well. Okay. It's creating quite a pile here.
It's okay. You got this kitchen sink here. We're good, man. We got a Dave. Good.
I love these. That looks like a leech to me.
Yeah, I think it does.
This one looks like a fucked up mermaid. That's not effed up mermaid. My bad.
That's you have the 3.8 Gilly, and then you have the Gemini tail grub. Yep. Which that grub has a lot of action.
You
Texture
could think
rig. You can do Ned. There's a little the tails floating up in the air. Uh,
I
there's
guess the arms is what makes it look like a mermaid to me.
guys putting them on the small jigs.
So you could totally work that like it's a down low bottom.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gillies, mainly guys usually put hook in the middle of it, like a wacky rig, wacky hook, give it a little bounce.
Um, I'm gonna go. So just as a warning, we've got like 15. I know. I just want to have time to wrap it up. I like the paddle tail on that. We got some different.
About 4 inches. Um, you have a Golby.
That's this one.
Yep.
If you look here, it's got this paddle tail on the back. Why is that not focusing?
Now, is that like a Dell? Like, would that be like something you would use in a con the Goldie or something like that? Or is that?
I haven't caught any around here. I think it's more maybe up north.
Okay.
Um, where it's got Saber small mouth,
I
large mouth bass,
They were in rivers and streams up by me.
Vermont.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they're like small bait fish type thing.
swim baits,
I don't know.
tail swim baits.
I love paddle tails as well.
Actually, then, um, them I've been using
I like the dark color.
up there already. It's a 3 3/4 inch one with a reaction bait hook I got off of Amazon. Has like a little spinner already going and everything, and I do that. They're really good. When we're fishing for the snakeheads, because it'll drop it down just enough to get it down a little bit. It doesn't. If you're fishing subsurface, if I'm fishing top water, well then it doesn't do that. Right? But it's,
Yep.
so I love
Yeah.
them. They're swim baits are awesome.
Oh, we got one here too.
And you can only make these in 3 inch.
Yeah, they're 3.8 inch. That's the only mold that I have.
So I got a question for you. If someone's like really into, oh, they're willing to pay for the more.
Yeah, they do have them.
Because there might be someone that's into like, I'm hypothetically speaking, want them to, but I could make it for you,
Um,
and they want to buy it for you. You could do it, right?
I don't know anybody that would want to buy the mold.
I don't either, but I'm just saying it's not out of the question.
I would think they would want. I don't know
They don't know how to do it.
if they want a 20 cavity mold. Uh, they're looking at $200 for the mold. I would think they would want $200 worth of it.
Try them on the subsurface. Maybe I could scale down the hook a little bit. I think it would just my hook would go too far back on it.
So these, we're looking at crappie.
Crappie, some bluegills, hit for kids.
Love, I said this last week. These little things I've had great experience with. I haven't used a whole lot of different colors. The ones I've used usually are dark top, silver bottom. These things kill. Put them on, well, it depends where you are. Put them below a bobber, cast it out, and just dig it in a little bit. So it gets that tail moving, and you cover a lot of water, and they will smash. They smash.
What's the other one's called? The orange one with the little what are they?
I haven't used these. I love the idea.
That is the mold was a leaf, which it looks like a leaf, but I don't know how that looks like a leech.
Funny when you go up to state Pennsylvania and you fish and you go in the bait stores, they sell leeches. So one day me and my buddy are like, "Yeah, we're gonna buy. We're gonna go take them out." So both of us were sitting there for like 10 minutes. I ain't buying it there. So I just and it really see right away and you put up it. It's 90 miles per hour. Right through, man. It's
You ever get a leech on you?
bad leech. I've had them like pulling them out where they stick to me. Like,
Oh, I've had leeches on me
yeah,
plenty of times.
I've
They don't. They're not. They're not.
to you.
I'd rather have a leech than a tick.
I'm just
Yeah. So
Yeah,
worst case scenario,
yeah,
like,
some walleye on them. It's actually a really good walleye, I think. But
so
they
ain't no
grow
thing.
in all types of water. I mean, they're everywhere. I just
So-
know that when you're upstate, like when you got so freaking every
They don't sell around here. Big shops is mealworms. Go to North Jersey.
you can find. I mean,
Mm,
you gotta
Here.
find a store almost. It sounds true.
just go. You go to and you get mealworms.
Yeah.
I did that last trout season that I finished. I just went to
You're
Petco.
right. Yeah,
Ready?
they were up there fishing. Oh, we're still
Mealworms. When my buddy Joe and I used to go trout fishing, we bring some minnows, bring some mealworms. We didn't use much live bait. We bring spinners, you bring power bait, and you switch. And whatever everyone else isn't bouncing off the top of their heads, that's what you do.
well. Unbelievable. As small as that thing is, don't have to.
And then you can,
And then eat them, man.
it's just like they're nutritious, high in protein. So,
You ever eat a nightcrawler?
yeah,
Did you?
but on a dare.
Oh, we're out with a couple of buddies with the town of food.
I mean,
South Carolina, we're fishing.
they're not good.
Yeah, but one guy, we were pretty rum out. Asking
I wasn't drinking.
and the guy was like, "You ever eat this worm?" Like, and I'm looking at it, and first of all, I can nightcrawlers, but out in the sun all day.
That
Out
makes a difference.
90 degrees, and my man just pooped out. He goes, "Person, I'll let you have the last sip out of the rum bottle." He's like, "All right." He stood up. I said, "You gotta swallow." He goes, "I'm going to." And he stuck his tongue out and dragged the rest of it. I was like, "Oh, man."
I've eaten a lot of things. There's goldfish, worms, whatever. I have goldfish. Swallow 'em.
Oh, they're swimming in your belly.
Yeah, they swim around in your belly.
If you light up his belly, you'll see the goldfish still in there. Yeah, it's
Yep.
probably not as big as
That's why I have a belly now. This isn't because I ate too much. It's because there's goldfish in there.
oh,
Goldfish can be that. Goldfish can be that. You're right. Absolutely. And I'm okay with that.
got the dad bod.
Okay.
And where you have off the job?
That's it. Again, I do custom colors. Hit me up on social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Hit me up on those. I don't have a website yet.
Still working on it.
Yes. Yeah.
That's
What
all
I'm
about.
going to say, because I've had people ask me, actually, I'm going to let you answer. People say, well, how much for a custom color? And I've always said, I guess it depends. I don't.
I charge a little more down there.
More than
Maybe
what,
like maybe $2 more. It's according on how much you're ordering. That makes a difference.
So
It'll
if
be
you're
a
a
little
bait shop and you want a custom color, and you're ordering a whole bunch of them, you're going to get it. Like, that's why I said, depends.
That's what you're gonna buy. How many custom colors you're trying to make?
Or is it one that he could sell too? I'd imagine. Like if you have someone calls in and says, "I want this color," and you're like, "Oh, damn, that's a great color." They might get a better price, make a bunch of them, and then market those, and then say, "Hey, Ray, Mike, we do a thing to name this color." So, yeah.
I do have a special color just made for shop that I'm in. I had an open bait and tackle down in Lewis.
So they have a custom.
They have a color for them. If you want that color, you can there. I know it's summertime. Guys and girls heading down to the beach. Stop in at Handle Open Bait and Tackle. Got the north and south. I'm in the south store.
So, and that's someplace we want to collaborate with as well. So,
Are they selling down there? They're doing pretty good selling
Yeah.
down
yeah, and maybe we can do a Gone Fishing color.
there? Yeah.
That'd be
Go ahead and put
something else.
I have a little Mr. I got them on 4th of July fishing on Susquehanna River as the local company up in Lancaster. They're on a little 2-inch thing in their red, white, and their clear plastic. So it's red and blue flake and then clear plastic. So it looks red, white, and blue.
Okay, I can do that.
Dynamite. Dynamite.
So red
Really good on.
or clear with a blue and red flake.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. I still have them. I've come since 18 years. I have a couple of them left. But 4 packs.
And
I like the color
we're
because
putting John on. I'm not saying that'd be.
and it's cool because it was like when you went through the sparkle and you was like getting red and blue flake, so you're getting that different, color out of it. Really cool, which I thought. I bought a bunch of them. 99 cents.
Yeah.
She's like 4th of July special. Yeah, she's trying to get rid of them.
Yeah.
Nobody was buying them. I sucked them up. I was like, I'll take a couple of them, and they worked really good. Now I'm down to like the last 3. They were good on walleye. They were really good on walleye.
Okay.
Big head. They're just too small.
Okay, people.
Anything else, John, you want to add before we?
Yes, this weekend, Saturday, Broken Toe Winery in Earlville, Maryland. Broken Toe have a huge day. Tracking the guys down there. You don't have to be a guy to come. You can be a girl. Drink some wine. They're gonna have beer, brewery place come there. Snap on.
I've let the ball drive on that. I would have liked to get a table or something down there for
Horrible Father's Day.
it's just
Up there, 12 to 4. They'll go on. There's 5 bands. Tom Petty live cover band will be on later at night. But I'll be there 12 to 4 at the table. Other vendors, food trucks, and that's Broke Spoke Winery in Earlsville, Maryland.
And tell them I won.
sounds good. They have beer there.
You buy $100 worth of soft plastics.
So they had
Brewery beer place coming later that
yeah, I
day.
saw that.
Don't want them there early to be all hat on.
So Greg, anything else?
Father's Day, all guys out
Oh,
there. Everybody, gonna sit and see Hendo tonight. Wants to know how Goose did today. He had that tournament, the Nationals tournament today.
Probably why we didn't see
Yeah,
him.
well, he had a video this morning. It was like real foggy. They couldn't go out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he had like a little video. So I was like, oh, it's bad, but we'll there next week. See how Goose did. See him have one. I don't know how they do it. But it didn't. Well, monsters, but it was something. All right. Yeah, happy Father's Day to all the guys out there. See John at Broken Spoke.
Before you sign off, just want to say I finish tomorrow and hand in my keys.
Out forever.
And that means I have not been able to start. Ray's been going out. Greg's been going out. John. These guys have been going out without me. I've been so swamped. And telling them, just one more week. Come on, go in, hang out, hand in my keys. I have loose ends. And
And
it's
where are you going?
Gone Fishin.
All right, everybody. See you next Thursday. Thank you. Thanks again, John.
Thank you.
I know. Are we done?